Hey everybody, it's Seti the Wind Sage, and welcome back to Let's Play Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 V-Generation. In the last episode, we learned of a new nation that has been founded, known as Eden, run by the Seven Sages and their CPU, Yellowheart. And we've also, besides also doing a lot of the event hell stuff we've done at the beginning of each chapter usually, we also learned that Eden has been around for 10 years. And while we try to fight back against it, as you see, it only goes stronger. We have no actual good means of taking it down. In this episode, I'm pretty sure what's going on is that we heard there's something going on somewhere that we need to take care of. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily really specific last time, too. I know the thing. It's probably in the Wii. But I'm just checking everywhere, seeing if a dungeon pops up. And we can go to Eden, but there's nothing here to do. Funny enough. We can buy equipment here, though. Though it looks like it only has the basics of basics, because why would they sell stuff to help us? When you think about it. Anyway, maybe... Oh, we just have to go here because of the new. Anyway, let's get going. Yeah, they were really close to our area, so we might have to just take them down. Or, wait, was this where we have to go? Okay, to be fair, I actually sincerely don't know. Yeah, because all these dungeons are technically new, because we... Oh boy, ain't this like the best start to a video you've ever seen? Do we need to do a quest or something? I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything like that. Oh. There's a quest we have to do. Okay. Oh, and now it unlocks the new place. Alright.
Let's go!
Thank you for that. Even though we're probably only here for story and don't really need to worry about the quest. Besides 8-bit hell going on in the background, we got a bigger worry right in front of us. Our foreign Warchu. Oh, she's actually a retainer to a sea. She's actually one of Yellowheart. She's at the Yellowheart's retainer now. You know, it's very interesting seeing these two have this type of relation, considering in our dimension, where to work directly under R4. And it's also interesting that R4 talks about doing underling work, which is yeah. So it's actually very interesting with these two. And also, more than ever, it looks like just this is a background, not actual environment, because otherwise they'd be floating. Whoa! You know, I've been meaning to say something about the lack of new environments in this game, but you know what? I'll take it.
Surprise attack success! My turn.
Let's tear these guys apart thoroughly, shall we?
Take this! I'll defeat you! Chaos Edge! Wait a little bit more. Stay away!
Oh man, Plutia really needs that stuff.
I got one! I'll keep going! I need to calm myself. Yeah! Here I come! My turn!
And done.
I did my best! Level up! Level! I got my... Yay! I got stronger!
I decided I'm gonna change the party around actually, because we haven't. There's some people we, first off, outright have never used, and people we barely use. So you know what? Cave, Red, and Marvy. Fuck it. Why not? Like, I know their equipment's not updated, but that's fine. There doesn't really seem to be any weapon equipment for them. It'd just be, like, armor, and debatably, their armor could be just as good or better than what they have already.
I'll finish you this turn.
But at the same time, I barely use these characters, usually for a reason, so...
There! How is this? I'll slice you to pieces. Giving it everything I've got. I got you! Yeah! Eat this! Stay away! That didn't hurt at all! Bad! That will work more!
Yeah, Red at least might need an equipment update.
Time to strike! How is this? I'll slice you to pieces. It's my turn! Yeah! Take this! Take gonna hit ya! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! There! Fire Flash! I'll finish you this turn. How is this? Time to strike! This is it! Who should I play with? Finally, my turn! I'll shoot you with my options! Wait a little bit more. Stay away! It's my turn. Yeah, I got you. Eat this.
And done.
Hey, victory! Cha-la-la-la-cha-cha-cha. Level up. Level up. This is... It's the... I can... Oh, power is flowing into me.
And you know, that battle successfully showed off why I don't bring Red much anywhere, besides the kind of lack of overall damage he seems to not to do.
Red's turn! Take this! How's this? It's my turn. Can you avoid this? I'll slice you to pieces. It's my turn. Yeah! Ninja art, night cone. Me?
Let's hope this works.
Ooh, goody! 99! My turn. Can you who is next? How is this? I'll end this. Geez, don't be so troublesome. What should I do? Here goes. Wham! I win! Who will it be? Down. There. is my turn to grace the field. There! It's open! What should I do? I'm getting flipped. Looks like my level went up.
Yeah, so this whole cave in red thing is not going to work. So let's try some different characters. We haven't used Tekken in a while, and might as well try new Falcom or our Dimension Falcom. Now let's see what that quest actually needed, because even though we probably don't need to complete the quests, oh, we just need to beat renegade versions of monsters. So we probably, I'm pretty sure this place has multiple areas. We probably need to just advance a bit more. Either that or they're going to be like a forced fight we have to do, which I've seen happen sometimes. It's kind of like with one of the super otakus in that Rebirth 1 side quest, which, by the way, you never needed to beat that side quest to actually get a move on with the game. They just happened to be close together.
This is the true ninja art. Who should I just take on? It's my turn. Ninja art. Bundle Jutsu. Yay! Wait a little bit more. Wham! Keep calm. Ha! You won't escape! You won't escape!
Oh yeah, I need to update Falcom's moveset.
Keep calm. Yours! Who's next? Let me see. It's my turn.
Wow, some of these enemies get sent frickin' flying.
Me? Stay away! Who will it be? Yay! Victory! Yes! Level! I think level! My... I can't level! My beauty has been further polished.
Let me take a look at the Falcom stats for a bit, of both Falcoms. So I'm temporarily taking Tekken out. I'm seeing something, and I want to know if it's actually true or I'm just seeing things. Okay, no, it's not what I thought. I thought for some reason this Falcom had a lot higher of an intelligence stat for some reason. That's actually not the case, but yeah. I say she can use a lot of magic though, and yeah, her intelligence stat is actually, their intelligence stats are actually pretty respectable. And thinking of the party actually a little bit more, I think I want to put 5 BP in place of that our Dimension Falcom, because I just like these characters better. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, there's probably ways to update. There are things that we probably want to do. Yeah, pretty basic, but still, might as well. And since we're using her... Oh, she actually has quite a bit of magic. Her, intelligence stat's respectable too, so... Might be worth a try. I think that's fine. I think we're gonna put Slash Edge Futon here. And Power Slash Hayuton, or however you say that. I think I want to put Pluty Hit and lots of Yaws here. And that's good enough for now. And actually, I just took a minute to listen to the music. It's actually pretty good. I think I'll actually just stop talking for a second to let you guys enjoy it.
Is there something in here?
Alright, that's good enough. Let's go. But the fact that these enemies have like Renegade title is kind of worrying.
I can't let my journey end here.
Giving it everything I've got.
Yeah, and again, it looks like a... Well, actually, one of those looks like one of the child creatures. Oh, and we transformed for some reason. Anyway. Probably a good idea. Just a hunch. Yeah, but one's a renegade, one's just a normal-looking enemy, one's just a doggo, and one's just a horse bird, but...
Yeah.
If I had to take a guess...
I'll have you listen to my song.
Yeah, they're gonna be a lot more formidable than what we're used to.
I'm serious. Infernal blow. Leave it to me. Come on. Huh? Yeah. Gotcha. My finisher.
What shall I do to you?
And if I had to guess, let me take a wild guess. Yeah, magic's the way to go, at least with the renegade.
Impudent?
Oh crap, these guys deal truck tons of damage.
What song do you
Yeah,
think
we
of
might just
already?
need the CPUs for this one.
I'm serious. Here I go.
What shall I do to you?
They're gonna be quite a bit the blonde. It's a good thing she has a lot of HP though, so.
I'll end this. You take this. Here I come. Knee strong. Leave it to me. Huh? Come on. Yeah. Huh? You're done. Stop it. I'll have you listen to my song. Yeah. Yeah. I'm serious. Power hit. Didn't feel a thing.
Finally.
Let's use a fighting viper.
You seem to be worth tormenting.
Seems to hit them all, so that'll be good.
Prepared.
Yeah, and they're almost dead because of that. Let's use Gefarlichten.
Gefahrlichtern.
Oh, Gefarlichten wasn't that far off. That's magic, so that should do a lot.
I still have a stage.
Impudent?
Oh crap.
Oh man. I'm done.
I will bring this to an elegant end. It's finally my turn. Too slow. Be gone. Finally.
One gone, that's good. Let's get the renegade next.
You're done for. This is the end.
Now let's look at the horse bird.
Leave
I'll
it to
end
me.
this. Gefahrlichtern.
I'll finish this in one go.
Does she have any magic? No. Let's try Victory Slash, actually. It's a bit expensive, but
Time to win.
worth at least showing off.
I will not let you have
Though I
it
should
your
probably save it for the inevitable boss fight that's after this.
Prepare yourself. Ready whenever. Take this.
Be honored you were able to fight me.
I feel power from it. I need to get stronger.
Level up.
This is my it's level up.
I like how Plutia just mentioning it that's gonna make me angry. Just gets everyone to just stop what they're doing. For obvious reasons, of course, no one wants to see Iris Heart, but I like it gives her actually a lot of like power in a way. Comp has my human body pillow. I'll find another soft, warm locale on her body to use. But actually, that's a little weird reading out loud. Keep in mind, by the way, I do not, when I'm reading these lines out loud, I'm not necessarily reading them out loud after I've read them in my head. So yeah, that sounds a lot worse out loud and yeah, of course Neptune does. Of course that's where you'd want to take a nap. That's the other thing. Yeah, probably because she was neglected so much as a child. Kind of sad when you think about it. In the end, everyone's coming over to Planet Neptune for candy. Probably asked you why you were still traumatized. Man, damn Iris Heart, how much did you break her? Or is this like some like weird editing? Like, or is like, I can imagine it not just fucking with her and that's like not actually her like editing or some weird shit. Either way, looks stupid as hell. But certainly hilarious. Oh no, it was the trauma. Son of a bitch, jeez. You know, when they first brought up his family back during the lean box attack, I thought it was, like, weird but kind of an interesting thing, since he does seem to have a really big connection with those monsters he calls his daughters. But now that I know that these were kidnapped children, it's a lot more disturbing. You know, it used to actually, like, it was a weird quirky thing, but now it's just straight up disturbing. It's like, yeah, more than ever, I cannot forgive the Seven Sages for stooping to such a low. And Mr. Bad especially, I have trouble with. Not necessarily because he's treating these monsters as his own kids, you know. Hell, he might be treating them the best. He might be treating them the best of the other Seven Sages. But more of the fact that he was the one who explained it and seemed to fucking revel in that fact kind of makes me maybe not hate him the most. I really don't have any strong feeling towards this guy, but yeah. He's definitely my least favorite of the Seven Sages now. Though to be fair, I'm not a big fan of R4 either. Oh, jeez. I think Yellowheart's about to beat the shit out of R4. And yeah, I'm gonna refer to her as Yellowheart, even though I'm pretty sure I've referred to who this person actually is. Even though I've referred to who this person actually is, and if you see my Rebirth 1 playthrough, you know exactly who this is. I think I've decided just until we learn in-game what Yellowheart's normal form is, I'm just gonna call her Yellowheart. To, I guess, avoid spoilers that I've already said, because too late. But, why not? Yeah. And that's down to 4 now. We got the Ray, Ananda Death, Mr. Bad, Where to? Yeah, that's 4 left. Abnus already left. Abnus already left. And Copy Paste already left. So yeah, now there's 4 of them. I'm kind of hoping that... Is it sad that I'm kind of hoping that's the last we see of R4? Because if I'm going to be completely honest, I'm just going to have my little sage discussion right now, because why the hell not? The thing that... The 7 sages... The fact that R4 was one of the 7 sages bugs the ever-living hell out of me. And it's because, like... Okay, I will say this. I feel the best incarnation of R4 was Rebirth 1, especially since the best ending gave her a redemption arc even. And explained that more that she wasn't inherently an evil character, at least at first. She was more just... She seemed more a bit like a tragic villain, but still did enough stuff where you had no qualms taking her down. That's what I felt. But... Rebirth 2, she was brought back as essentially the deity of sin. A essentially completely different character, a mad god, a mad god. And she had very little presence, and you're really not following them. You're really not seeing her much as a villain, but more an entity you have to take down. The CFW, the constant pestering from the CFW's underling and Werechu were actually pretty good as villains, and you know, their constant presence made them threatening. R4 wasn't much of a villain, but more so... I didn't see R4 as much of a villain, but more so as just something to kill. Now we're here in Rebirth 3. They bought her, which I can only assume they made R4 a sage in this game, because hey look, we need to put R4 in our game somewhere. So hey look, let's put her as one of the major antagonists. And at that point, that kind of is very bothersome, because that leaves like nothing else with her character. Okay, how do I put this? I don't think I'm putting this in the best way, but it's like like she's just a very generic evil villain this time. There was that thing where apparently she seemed to know Neptune and had some strange feeling with Neptune at the beginning of the game, but that was completely abandoned. This probably isn't the last time we're seeing R4 again for sure. Sure, we're probably going to fight her even if she's acting independently. But she's just kind of been doing this thing where it's like... She shows up, we beat her rather easily, frankly. She's generally one of the easier 7th Sage fights. And she's kind of become the punchline to jokes. Even among the 7 sages, where she has a really low rank. Among the 7 sages. Where she has a very low ranking among the 7 sages. So she's just gone from this interesting character, from this kind of generic character with an interesting backstory in Rebirth 1, to a godlike non-entity in Rebirth 2, all the way to here in Rebirth 3, where she's back, but generic and ultimately a punchline. And I feel that is actually really bothersome, and like, she loses a lot of intimidation factor, and then like, she's lost a lot of power in a way too, because in the first game, she can copy the power of CPUs, and even go as far as to make copies or impersonate one herself. And had their power, which was intimidating all in its own right, which was intimidating all in their own rights. And now, in Rebirth 2, she was a god, or a demon, something like that. Super intimidating. In Rebirth 3, again, punchline to a joke. So her character just seems to be regressing, and I honestly feel that they put R4 in here just because, hey, we gotta put R4 somewhere, right? Which, no, frankly, you don't have to. I don't have this problem with, Werechu, the other returning character, because, like, he's generally Werechu is, you know, he's kind of quirky. He's kind of got this whole joke in this game where he's never able to get his intro actually out. And again, he's more of a comic relief character, and he was more of a comic relief character anyway, with some interesting dialogue. And again, he mainly keeps his Rebirth 2 personality, and it's very clear that he's also just in this for himself. But he doesn't mind doing the grunt work. So it's like, It's like, and again, this is that whole fact that he doesn't have a strong relationship with particularly anyone in the Seven Sages. He didn't have a strong relationship with the CFWs or Underling either. He just worked for them for the sake of just working. We didn't really get a lot of Weird Cheese motivations, but like, yeah, that's another thing. Another thing. R4, I feel, and because when you're kind of essentially a grunt in one game when you're essentially a grunt or reoccurring enemy in one game and stepping up to major antagonists, that's a step up for him. But R4 is sole main antagonist to final from sole antagonist from the first two games to just almost a side character, and she does not get a lot of screen time either from what I'm saying. She's the least shown of the seven. She's one of the least shown of the Seven Sages, especially once the other Seven Sages became prominent. Rant over. Let's go to Planet Neptune and eat our candy. Of course, but you know, family love is not necessarily all black and white. They love you like a kid, just in their own way. And to be honest, you baby them. So, ooh. What's wrong, Blot? Gee, I wonder what. It sounds like this is the first time they've seen the kids in a while, so yeah. Of course. To be fair, you became a CPU by accident from what I understand in your backstory, so yeah. Are you saying that there would have been no hope for me anyway? Maybe? To be fair, you debatably, just in your human form, look older than the other two. So, yeah, I guess? She still calls her Lady Plutia. I guess the, you're so cruel with me, and then a big pushover towards Plutia. You know what? Again, we said this trauma would follow her for the rest of her life. And it has. Diev's blushing a little bit. Again, it's weird seeing such familiar faces, but, like, kind of different characters behind it. Like, you know, if this was R-Dimension's IF, you know, if this was R-Dimension IF, you know IF would not put up with any of Plutia's shit. Well, until she transformed, and then she'd at least be intimidated by her. But because of this, IF actually is a little different, at least when it comes to Plutia. Does it matter? I don't. If she pissed herself, that would not have been the worst thing to happen to her that day. Hell, if I was in that situation, I'd probably have shat myself. Yeah, this is also another thing you'd never see from our Dimension IF, so... Such a similar design, but there's a different character behind it. No! This is another thing. This IF is actually not really much of the straight person anymore like she used to be, and she's also not as calm and collected, it seems. She's a lot more easily flustered. Stop being Yoda, goddammit, Neptune! This is the second time I've noticed it in this game. And probably... I wouldn't be surprised if this happens a lot more. Jeez. I am really not used to this from IF. Compa seems relatively unchanged in her character, but IF is extremely different. Yeah, exactly. That was over 10 years ago. Or maybe a little less than 10 years ago. It's been ages since I've been able to enjoy snacks in peace with everyone or something like that. How long until something fucks up? Yeah, and also, Histoire has not changed at all in those 10 years. Does Histoire age, actually? Or is this more of a consequence of being a different dimension Histoire? Because, the Histoire in our dimension looks older, but we don't know if, perhaps she was born looking that way or created looking that way, or if she does age at all. So yeah, it's something to wonder. And she's also not a CPU, so she's not the seemingly, she doesn't seem immortal, so yeah. What's your plan, man? Yeah, and then it'll take at least 3 days to get work done again. I've dreamt about the day for years. Oh my god, she's actually welling up. Sorry about that, interruptions, anyway. I've paid attention to like 0 of the last few lines said. Anyway. You know, lately I've started to think that whatever Flutie says Knight stuff is a catch, but what is your brain loom weave about that, Nep Jr.? Yeah, that's probably one of the more random people to ask, actually, just Nepgear. Yeah, you know, I love Plutia, but I also can't help but think there's a cat. God damn, are you guys just dead for like ever or something? Anyway, we gotta end things off here, so yeah. Next time on Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 V-Generation, we're gonna go help you Swar with her work. See you guys then.